what happened yesterday, what happens over the next 2 or 3 months, however long the playoffs are, has no bearing on what happened in the regular season. The MVP is a regular season award. It's not who did what last year in the finals. It's not who does what in this year's playoffs or the finals. If LeBron leads Cleveland to the championship, there will be people saying, see, he should have won the MVP. No, it's about the regular season. And Russell Westbrook had the best regular season. Now, that said, yesterday, Harden, he was terrific.
He was?
Oh, my gosh. He controlled the tempo. He only had 2 turnovers. He fed his teammates. He scored at will. Skip. He was fantastic. He hit every big shot. The dude was great.
Ask Shannon, how was he?
Oh, my gosh.
How was he from 3,
Yes.
Chris? Help me out.
I don't care if he missed a few. I saw him hit the 2. That's all right.
So it's
I saw him hit the
20-point
2
game.
back-to-back
on one
side,
they
then
were
on the
up
other
20,
side.
Chris, they were up 20.
Because of him.
Garbage.
Exactly. Why were they up
Garbage
20?
time.
Because of him. The dude was a maestro yesterday.
Yeah,
Harden is a bad boy. I also learned that he's got much more help. And whether it was, his shooter,
somewhere.
Patrick Beverly got hot, kind of worked, made up for Eric Gordon not being hot.
Yes.
But Beverly, this is a pretty decent defensive team in Houston. For a Mike D'Antoni team, they have some good individual defenders, namely Beverly. And, playing, and Ariza's a very good defender too. And they have some other ones, Capella, Montrezl Harrell. And Beverly, there's nothing worse than a little quick, strong dude that can hound you. That's a pest.
Yeah.
And he won't shut down Russell Westbrook, but he'll just bother him.
Just annoy
you
him.
hate, having
go
played,
away.
Oh my gosh, you hate that. So
by the way, they have some history.
they got a history too. Yeah, everybody was wondering, was Westbrook gonna tear his meniscus on that play when Beverly was hiding? So I thought this would be a good series, and it still may. But I picked Houston in 7.
Houston is 7.
That's what I was thinking. And look, it's early. We've seen this happen before, where there's a blowout in game 1 or even 2, and then it comes and it's a good series. So I'm not going to give up on it being a good series. 5, but it might be because Houston's tough. They're just a better team, and he's got a lot more help than Russell Westbrook, and a perfect system for his team.
Russell can keep them alive, but it's over in 5. You know that, I know that, Chris. And you're gonna wish
for sure.
You're gonna wish you had that vote back. Here's the thing.
You didn't hear a word I said.
Unless Russell goes for 35, 12, and 12, they have no chance. They got pounded. They're the best rebounding team in the NBA. They're a +6, and they got out-rebounded by 15. They got doubled up on the offensive end. And when you get Taj Gibson give you 1 rebound and 5 points, you get Oladipo 1 for 12 with 6 points, and then Steven Adams. Steven Adams got that $100 million, that extension, and went back to New Zealand. They hadn't seen him since he signed that contract extension in October, because Skip talked about, well, he only had this many. He should be ashamed of himself. He's 7 foot tall, 270 pounds, and he lets Russell Westbrook out-rebound him. That's unacceptable.
The whole year he did.
Yes.
And last night he did again.
Yes.
11-5.
Look, Steven Adams should thank Westbrook and Durant for that contract. People acting like he was about to be some all-star, some great player because of last year. No, he had 2 of the top 5 players in the world with him who draw all the attention. He's a solid role player.
Hard last year.
He's a role player.
And he was an agitator and a villain. And
it's easier to be that when you got 2 stars.
He hadn't been the same since Draymond kicked him. You think that might have something to do with it? Ever since Draymond kicked him, Skip, he ain't been the same.
I think $100 million had something to do with it, because he's resting on his laurels now.
But
I don't even recognize. I don't even know who he is anymore.
He's a different guy,
but Skip, before you go, but here's the thing, Chris. Do you believe that Ryan Anderson and Trevor Ariza are going to score 8 points between the 2 of them again?
No, you're right. They didn't have good.
Eric Gordon didn't play good.
But Beverly's not going to go for 21 either.
No.
Most likely. That was his playoff career high.
Career high. So let's just say he gets 10. But at some point in time, Lou Williams and Eric Gordon are going to explode. And when they do, Skip,
they're a better team.
So I want to thank both of you for making Russell Westbrook's MVP case so loudly here, because last night screamed that he is MVP. because he doesn't have nearly the supporting cast that James Harden has in Houston. He doesn't even have the perfect system. I just quoted you, the perfect system for all of his attributes. Which
Yes,
are
he
many.
does, Skip.
Huh?
No.
Shoot as much as you want, whenever you want.
Russell
That's a
Westbrook.
perfect system.
Well, that'll work.
If
That'll win you a lot of
Westbrook
games.
was in D'Antoni's system, it'd be lights out too.
be.
D'Antoni, when he has the right personnel, man,
Now,
he has a
Russell
great
would have
system.
to listen to how we're going to do this, and he would have to buy into how we're going to attack
they gonna
this. But he could, and I agree with
He's
you.
a great pass. He's a very good pass.
Once he figures that he might average 15 assists in D'Antoni's
Whatever.
system with all those snipers. But what disappointed me the most, the reason this game got so hard to watch in the third quarter, is that Russell's inferior supporting cast didn't come to play last night. Like, at least you can show up and show some physicality and some fight.
Right.
And they just didn't fight. They got rocked on the backboards, in the paint, points in the paint, second chance points. It was devastating what a team that no longer has Dwight Howard. You know, it's like, I felt like Dwight was out there, right? Clint Capella's doing this to you? Did you see Ryan Anderson, a three-point shooter, had 12 rebounds. Patrick Beverly, he's listed at 6'1". I stood next to him. He's about 6 feet. And this is a man who bounced around the Russian leagues and the Greek leagues and the D League. And he, as I told Shannon, I know him. He cares so much about every second. He cherishes every second on an NBA playoff floor. And he gave them guts and energy. And he was in Russ's jock from the start. And then I thought the turning point of the game was, you want to talk about manning up? He got bone rocked by that pick with 8:31 left in the third quarter. And did he get up and whine about it and complain? Nope, he got up doing this, like, he got me, and I'm going to get him back. And he came right back down, boom, three, and came right back down, boom, three, and the game broke open because it was a two-point game at that point. So I give it up to Patrick Beverly for showing guts and energy and fight that I didn't see from any of the Thunder. Taj Gibson, he gets one rebound in 20 minutes. How does that happen?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It can't happen.
Yeah.
To have any chance. They're the #1 rebounding team. And when you get out-rebounded by the Houston Rockets by the tune of 15, you get doubled up on the offensive glass, 14-7, you're going to lose.
Only Russell was attacking the glass with ferocity. He was.
Always
I mean,
does.
there were no little fake rebounds yesterday. He was going
got
up there.
real rebounds.
Yep.
And here's the scariest part. By far, the second best offensive player on Oklahoma City's roster comes off the bench. His name is Enes Kanter.
Yep.
He can play little to no defense, especially if he gets stuck in pick and rolls against James Harden. And he just got embarrassed 3 times. And guess what? He got yanked and played a grand total of 16 minutes last night when he needs to play 30 minutes because Billy Donovan said, I can't leave him out there in pick and rolls. We're going to have to go back to the drawing board and fix our pick and roll, or we got no chance.
And that's
because they were playing the threes as hard as they could play them. Houston didn't shoot very well from three by their standards, but the paint is like open season. Just go to the rack.
You saw why again, to your point, why Russell's MVP. They needed every single triple-double he gave them. They needed him to get a triple-double every night. That's why they were 33-9 with him in triple-doubles.
His sidekick, the guy who rides
26 without
shotgun,
Oladipo.
Oladipo, he gave him like triple zeros
1
last
for 12.
night, right? 1 for 12? Are you kidding? And 0 for 6 from 3? They can't win like that.
They don't have much. The playoffs is when you see what you have, your supporting cast, and they're not. Their PER, the other 4 starters for Oklahoma City, their PER during the regular season was the worst among a supporting cast in the league.
And Russell's was number 1.
Yeah.
But Skip, guys, this is not earth-shattering news. They've been this way all year long.
That's why we're saying Russ was the MVP.
No, but James Harden.
He did it without the help.
Hold on.
Harden has some help.
I love it now. See, you doing what Skip does.
What?
They win ball game, they play well. All of a sudden they lose, he got no help.
He doesn't have help. They won those games. Look, they're good role players. Steven Adams, Taj Gibson, Oladipo, they are what they are. But they're not Lou Williams. They're not Eric Gordon.
Role player.
Hold on. Eric Gordon was an all-star caliber player when healthy. He just could never stay healthy. He's going to be the 6th man of the year. He's still young, though.
Yeah, I know.
He's still young. He just has never been able to stay healthy. Now he's healthy.
Shannon,
Lou Williams,
Shannon,
great
Sharpe,
six man.
After last night, are you willing to admit finally that Russell
No,
Westbrook is
James
the MVP?
Harden.
Come on, give it
James
up.
Harden had
Harden cooked him. Harden did cook him last night, and he may have a better series. But that doesn't negate what happened over the 82.
How you gonna have a better? I told you what was gonna happen.
LeBron's gonna be the best player in the playoffs, probably. That doesn't mean he should have got MVP.
You remember in '95 when they gave Hakeem Olajuwon MVP
Yeah.
trophy to David Robinson? What did he do to it? Cooked it.